Hello again, we're back for another video tutorial for Pulover's macro creator. This time we're going to take a look at some advanced features like expressions and COM objects, and also we're going to create a user-defined function. Okay. COM objects are used to control other applications such as Excel, Internet Explorer, and some others. You can execute those commands here in the expression window, and you have the option to automatically create an object or connect to an existing one. A good way to learn COM commands is using Excel built-in recorder. You have to enable the developer tab. Mine here is in Portuguese, but it's easy. Just Google and show developer tab in Excel, and you get it here. And let's take a look. Let's start recording a macro. Let's just do a few things and stop. Now if I click here in the Visual Basic, I can find here what we just recorded. So this is the macro. Can play back this. Not quite there, but well, this is here's how we can convert a VB macro to autohotkey format. Let's see, for example, in autohotkey you always need the object pointer before the expression. So let's say our object is, name it Excel. We're going to need it on every line before the command. Another thing is the assignment. In autohotkey expressions, we don't use just the equal sign. We need a column and equal sign. And here we have a function in Excel. In VB we have the description and the value. In autohotkey, the parameters go inside parentheses like this, separated by commas. And here's one of the catches. Those words you see that start with Excel and something are constants, Excel constants. So to use constants in autohotkey, you need to set their values first, and you need to know what their values are. You can search on the internet for Excel constants, and one handy thing you can do is use the user global variables. You can define the constants here. There will be super global variables that will be available anywhere in the application, even inside functions. For example, we could define that Excel field default as 1, I believe it is, but you have to search for them and paste them here, this format here. And this is how it must look like, and basically how you can do to convert VB to autohotkey. Now let's do something with Excel here. Let's see. We want to fill some of the let's put a value in the first cell here. Like I said before, we can use this button here to connect to an existing instance and go from there, or you can use a function to connect to an active object. It's object obj active. This won't work with every application, so it's always good to look for documentation on what you are trying to do. Here you need to put this code here. It's the CLSID. So here the name of the pointer function, and this don't forget to put inside quotes, as functions take expressions as parameters. This will create the object, connect with the existing Excel worksheet, and now we can use this pointer to control the Excel instance. Let's use the expression here and set the active cell value to anything. Okay. You can put it inside a loop or whatever you want to do. Let's put a loop here 10, and we're going to set our range, Excel range a index, which is a built-in variable for the current loop iteration. Set the value to anything at the index. See? Right? You can also work with a two-dimensional range. For that, we can use a for loop. So always use the pointer range from A1 to B3, and here we get this key name of this cell. We don't need the value here. The cell that will come out of this expression is also an object with properties, and here we can use it. Cell value a index. So this will look through A1, B1, and A2, B2, A3, B3, and set the value of A index. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's learn how to create. First, let's learn how to create an associative array. You need to go to the variables window, check the expression. Let's name it data. Associative arrays look like JSON strings you can set the name for the key. Let's say username, column, and the value. If the value is a string, it must be inside quotes. If it's an integer, it can be, you can put it directly. And if it's a variable, just type it literally. We're going to use a test page with some forms. So for that, we're going to set a password, just anything, and a message. And close the brace. Now let's see how, before we continue, let's see how the Internet Explorer window works. This uses also a COM object, but it's simplified. So we just have to put the values here. Just have to select command and put the value here. In this window, you won't use expressions. You use normal commands and variables and percent signs. We want to go to this website here. Let's run it. So it opens Internet Explorer on the page we wanted. You can see that the preview window with autohotkey scripted has a lot of commands just for this line. This window simplifies all this into all this and makes it easier to control Internet Explorer. Okay, so in this window we're going to set we're going to set a username in this field, password here, and a message here. But we're going to get it from Excel. First, we need to set Excel with that data. We're going to use two columns. Column A will hold the name of the keys, and column B the value of them. So let's look through that range. Excel range A1. First, we're going to set the keys. So we're going to look through the A1 to A3. We cannot look both of them, so we're going to create another array. This one, linear array, that will set the order of the fields. If we iterate through this object here, let's see, data, and then message box here with key and value. So it shows us the keying value, but in alphabetical order. That's why we're going to set the order ourselves with another linear array. If you remember, linear arrays are defined with brackets. So we're going to set username, password, and message. This would be the order of the fields. And now I'm going to use an expression to set them here. Excel, no, we have an object already, it's cell. Cell value will be order and a index. This way, in every iteration, it will set the value of each item in that array. Let me show you. Okay, let's clear it here. And now for the second column, let's change it to B1 to B3. So, okay, and now we'll set data and the key will get from order 2. Let's see. All right. So now we have the field name on the left and the value on the right. Now we want to get this data here and use it here. So let's create again in this Internet Explorer window, you need to be connected to a window or tab. So you can use this Dropbox, this drop-down list here, to select the one you want to work on. And now we want to set the value of input. Let's make a test. The select value here, and use this to get the name of the element, the ID, class name or tag name, so you can use to access it. Okay. Now what we really want to do is get this information here and set it here. So let's see. Like I said, we can only use common variables here. So let's first let's create a variable with the name we want from Excel. Check the expression option and let's run an expression here. Excel range. We want it's B1. And we want the value of that cell. What do we have here. Let's see if it shows us the right value. Uname. Alright. Now let's set password from B2 and the message from B3. And now here we put the variable uname. Second element is here. The variable you pass. Third element UMass. The element is here, text area. Okay, now let's finish this one and go to macro tree. Oh, of course, we need to navigate to that page first. And if you have this option checked, it will wait until the page is completely loaded to continue. This is important for your macros to be reliable. Here and make a test. All right. It worked. Now you can see we have some other options here. Let's see if you can control them too. So let's use the check it property and select the page and the element here. Set it to 0 to uncheck it. Test this one line. Okay, can do it and the other one too. Right? So on this other fields here, we need to use the selected. Let's see here. It's selected index. So here we say which index will be set. See, oh, in Internet Explorer, the index is 0 based, so 0 means first item, 1 second item, and so on. See here, if we choose for that one too, can just see. So let's do something for these two boxes. Let's create a random function that will generate a random number we'll be using to select the values of those boxes. In those boxes, let's see. To create a user-defined function, click here We can go here in function, create function. You find the name of the function, say random number, and you can add a few parameters here already. Let's say we want to define the range here from min value to max value, and we can also set default values here. Let's leave that blank for now. Here created another tab. We have two parameters and the function role. So to generate the random number, let's make it better. How about we output an array, and we define how many random numbers we want, just like in the previous video tutorial. So let's add another parameter here. It will be the length. So let's start creating the function. We want the random command, of course. The min will be the parameter value as well as the max value for this third parameter of the function. And now we want to create a blank array. Let's call it result, start blank, and use a loop. It will loop as many times as in the first parameter of the function. So on every iteration we're going to push the value to our array. Result, push, rand. So what we're doing here, create a blank array, loop as many times as defined by the user, run a random command, get the result variable, and push it to our output array. There's a typo here. Let me fix this. Result. Okay, now we have to return that array result. Okay, now let's make a test here using the function window. When you define a function, it will be available here in the list too. Here we create a variable to hold the result from the call, and here we set the parameters. Let's say we want 2 arrays, and from 0 to say 4. Okay, let's use a message box. Rand array 1, rand array 2. It's just this 2. And every time I run it, we have a random number, 2 random numbers from 0 to 4. Now let's use them to check those, select the items on those two lists. Here, get to use selected index, and one is here, the other one here. Okay, so well, remember we can't use the array object, can't use expressions directly in this window, so let's save them to a variable. Say item 1 need to be an expression here, and the value will be rand array 1. Same for item 2, random array 2, and use them here as variables. Item 1, item 2. See, let's run the whole macro now to see how it's going. Close here, clear here, run it. Okay, so that's the basics to work with COM and expressions and the Internet Explorer window, and also you learn how to create a simple function. You can also call a function from inside a command using first expression syntax, just like any other. Let's make it return a simple value here. Now let's test it with a message box, function here, and the parameters. Now it's from okay. Well, that's it for now, so thank you for watching.